I want to show you my Glock 19 Gen 4 here. Right now, make sure it's all clear. Okay, we're all clear here. Dead trigger, pointing safe direction. We're all good. So right now, this Glock 19 Gen 4 has been pretty much like my go-to gun for just everything, right? I have a threaded barrel on it. I shoot it suppressed a lot. We got a Surefire X300 here. And yeah, I pretty much carried this from when I first started concealed carrying, like back in 2013, 2014, all the way until I think like 2018. And I really like this gun. Pretty much kept it all stock, right? But back in 2019, I started using red dots here. This is actually my main carry gun. And I really like shooting with red dot optics on pistols. This is a Holosun 407K. So instead of milling out the slide up here for a new red dot, I decided to just go ahead and grab this new Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, right? So the slide up here is already pre-cut for putting a red dot on there with a plate. So for today's video, we're just gonna be building this out. So then it's gonna be set up for just sort of general purpose use. Some people call it like duty, but I don't really like using that term too much, okay? So I'm just gonna show you all the parts here. For the red dot, the most important part of this build is gonna be this EPS regular size, okay? Main thing about this is fully enclosed. It's got a lot of pretty cool features. So we're just gonna go everything together, part by part. All right, guys. So let's start off with the individual components. So to start off with, like I said, we got our just good old Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, right? So when you get it, you got the 3 magazines here. These are all the new magazines with the orange follower there. Get all the little goodies. Make sure we're all unloaded. We are all clear, guys. So nothing really different from the Gen 4, right? You still got the rail for accessories, except from this one right here, you got really nice ambi mag slide release, slide lock. So if you're lefty, you can lock that back up. But main thing is going to be this MOS cutout here. Now, if they do include these plates that you can use, but my friend, he's tried using them and he's had really bad results. It seems to be like a thing on the internet that people sort of talk about. The MOS system is not really good. And yeah, I forgot to mention in the beginning of my video, but I'm going to try to use terms so that just regular guys who are pretty new to this, they can follow along. But basically, the footprint here, this is the MOS pattern, and the way that your red dot will interface, the MOS footprint is just not very good. It's not very secure. Even on this handgun here, I am using a plate on my concealed carry 43X MOS here. So the red dot sits on a plate, and that plate sits on the slide. So everything's very secure. But yeah, for this build, we're just gonna be using this right here. Next up is going to be the most important part of this build, which is gonna be this red dot. This is the Holosun EPS. Main things about this, okay guys, fully enclosed red dot, right? So no rain, no snow, no lint can get in. As you guys can see here, like you can see the dust sort of build up and lint build up, and I don't even like clean this out on the daily, so stuff can definitely get in. When I'm shooting in the rain, not very often, but sometimes like water will kind of accumulate right there. So it could theoretically block the emitter. Hasn't happened often though, but for me it happened at least I think twice when I was outdoors. So something to think about. I think closed emitters are definitely the way to go. So again, closed, you get 50,000 hours battery life. You get a lot of different brightness settings. Battery goes into the side. So let's open this up. All right. So in the box, you get your optic here. Got some tools here. It also comes with a plate if you want to use it for I think like RMR SC footprint handguns, but in this situation I actually have a different plate. Here we are, guys. EPS, hopefully that focuses. So you can adjust the brightness of the dot here. I purchased the 6 MOA version because that's what I have on my Holosun 407K, and you can kind of see this is the regular size meant for standard duty handguns, so Glock 19, that kind of stuff. And this is the 407K, it's a little bit smaller. I think the EPS carry version of this is supposed to be similar to the 407K, maybe just a tiny bit larger. But yeah, guys, it is fully enclosed. You can adjust the windage and elevation on the sides, really nice. And then the battery is inserted from the side, so you don't have to like remove this from the handgun to put the battery on the bottom. You don't have to do that, which is really awesome. All right, for the plate, this plate is going to interface with the MOS right here. So this is the CHPWS plate, and it comes with screws to mount this plate to the gun, and then you have 2 screws here that are a little bit longer to mount the optic to the plate. You got a little bit thread lock in here, so let's get started here. You can do this with the slide remove, but I'm just gonna keep the whole gun like it is. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna back out these 2 screws here with a screw. So I'm gonna back those out. So I got these screws all backed out here, and then we're just gonna lift up here, and then boom, here is the base of here. And we're gonna take some wipe it all off the oil here. We're gonna use acetone or alcohol to make sure this is all clean. We're gonna do a little bit in the thread holes there, so make sure there's no debris or anything. Okay, all right guys, so as you can see here, this is the plate that we're gonna be using. So the plate, you can see that it interfaces, it meets up with the 2 holes on the Glock MOS, and I'm gonna let it focus, but it's gonna sit right on. So basically on the CHPWS, you have these 2 screws here. These ones are gonna to hold the plate onto the gun, but you also have these, like, I think they're called T-post screws here. These actually sit right below the plate and actually fits in these grooves in there, if you can see it. And basically it gives the red dot more material, more threads for it to thread in, so you can see it all lined up, boom, just like that. All right, so let's go get this all mounted up. So as you can see, I got the plate mounted on here. So you see these 2 screws, they're holding down the plate together. The last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this red dot on here, and you can see that, you know, it's kind of hard to do this in person. There we go. So the holes there mount up, so we're gonna be using the screws that they included, these black ones here, to mount this up. And remember to use a torque wrench to get it tightened down. All right guys, so now it's all mounted on. The last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Holosun tool that's included. We're gonna back this one out here. Tray's gonna slide out. We're gonna put the battery in there. All right, so there you have it guys. Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS with the EPS regular size 6 MOA dot, mounted on with the CHPWS when plate, and the Surefire X300. Everything else is all stock. Only thing I would probably change out is these plastic iron sights. Probably gonna get rid of those and get like some tritium night sights. But yeah, here, take a look at the dot guys. So there it is, 6 MOA. I was used to using the 6 MOA dot compared to my Holosun 47K on the left, EPS on the right, so it's pretty similar. This one's a little bit, there's so much lint to build up. Again, this is one of those things I'm talking about guys. Stuff gets in there, and you know, it's not something that you would want to have blocking your emitter, right? So this one's fully enclosed, so nothing to block the emitter. It's always going to be on. Main thing about this, and we'll talk about it in future videos too, but this 47K, right, they advertised it of having like 50,000 hours of battery life, and I will tell you guys it's legit, because I've left this on since January of 2022. So yeah, that's when I first got this all set up and I started carrying it for like a New Year's project. So this was my 2022 carry gun right here, and this dot has been on every day. I think like maybe like 3 levels down from the highest brightness. So the battery life is legit on it. It's been reliable too, the dot. So if they advertise, that's kind of a longevity thing, guys. We'll tell with time. But if the battery life holds up on this model, the EPS, and it's fully enclosed, I think we got a winner here. And I'm pretty sure that this will definitely stand up to a lot of the tests. So right now, I'm gonna run. Yeah, and I shouldn't have called this my go-to like general purpose duty gun in the beginning of the video. What I mean is, like, I still need to run at least 2 cases, like 1,500 to 2,000 rounds to this gun before I can, you know, start carrying it as like a general handgun. So there's still some more testing to be done. But yeah guys, let me know if you got any questions or whatever you guys think about this build. Maybe you guys have something really similar. I think the EPS, this line of optics fully enclosed with a really good battery life, is gonna be the way to go. I don't think it's a replacement for like the aim point acros out there. Like, this is not like that, oh, we have an acro at home. It's not like that. But I think it's definitely a good option for the majority of just regular guys like us, right? We can't drop $600 on an aim point acro. Sometimes it's not even, most of the time it's not even in stock. Like, we can't do that, guys. But for this bad boy right here, for $300 or $320 with and then get a plate, I think this might be the way to go. Another alternative, as long as it holds up well, battery holds up well, the enclosed emitter, everything looks good. And I'll post an update after I get some more rounds through this gun, or at least start shooting it a lot more. But yeah, this is just a first look, okay? Let me know what you think, guys, and let me know if you got any questions. All right, peace.